Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by Dustless Blasting. If you're in the business of making things, cutting materials of different styles and into different shapes is very important. MultiCam has developed a tool that can cut stuff from, I don't know, 10 inches of titanium, the long way, all the way to foam. And they use the same tool to do it. We're talking about copper, steel, aluminum, pretty much any different style of material you can think of. We have Chris from MultiCam here. He's going to take us through the tool and exactly how they perfected the means to cut whatever you need. Well, Chris, I've left the comfy confines of my table and found this. What am I looking at?
You are looking at the MultiCam V-Series system. This is our water jet system that many job shops, automotive, performance racing type shops might have in it. And this is our 5x10 table as far as the size sheet material that you can put on it. And it's matched with the KMT TRILine pump, capable of up to 55,000 PSI.
Yeah, that's pretty serious stuff. Now, you're telling me 55,000 PSI. I'm seeing what looks to be aluminum, gasket material, and foam on there. You're telling me the same machine's going to cut all three?
Absolutely. Why don't you push the button, let's get started.
So we start our pump up, builds the pressure.
Yep, you see it go up to 55,000.
Wow.
It's actually cutting through that gasket material there. You can see it's not traveling slow. That's motoring through the material very fast. At the end of this cut, too, you're going to see very clean cut quality. So it's going to come off of that as a finished product.
And again, when we talk about any sort of manufacturing business, this is your time and money and your material. The more cuts you get out of one piece, the less material you're going to waste. And the quicker those cuts are made, the more productive your business is going to be.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We talk a lot about different kind of solutions for problems in the world, or in the business world, manufacturing world, making stuff world. It doesn't get any more diverse or versatile, rather, than being able to cut these three different types of things as just three examples. I mean, anything you can think of, you can cut.
Anything you can think of. Thick, thin, hard, soft. If it's a material that you've got in your shop, we can cut it on this piece of equipment.
So you've cut out like a simulated head gasket or something, it looks like, over there.
Right, yeah, so we can pull it right off the table.
Okay.
So right there.
Okay, that is amazing. And that took a grand total of, like, I don't know, 20 seconds.
20 seconds, it's done. It comes off that off the table, done. You see the edge quality, it's perfect.
It's a finished
product. Rinse that off, it's a finished product.
Amazing stuff. And, you know, we're using water, but what else? What are we using in the water?
Actually, on the gasket material, because it's a softer material, it's water only.
Okay.
So it's just pure water.
Wow.
Cutting through that. Now, as we go to something harder, you're actually going to introduce a garnet. That's what you see in the little tub up top. Okay. And then as you go really thicker, you need more productivity, you would go to a higher PSI. We actually have systems through KMT that offer all the way up to 90,000 PSI.
And my understanding is PSI is kind of like horsepower in a car. The more
Very
PSI
similar.
you got, the more power you have.
More power you got to go fast. It defines how fast you can go, for sure.
So we could make the same things with both machines, but with 90,000 PSI, I'm going to make that same item quicker.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very versatile.
So now let's see how this baby handles aluminum, which, well, to me, looks like it handles it pretty well.
Yeah, it's cutting right through it. Check it out.
Well, Chris, the finished product, you know, this really does kind of prove, I'm thinking that's a gauge clutch. You have to pull it out of there so I can see it, but
yes, sir.
Obviously a cold style technology, because you're not screaming and yelling grabbing this thing, right?
No, definitely not. Let's get a little bit of that off there. But yeah, beautiful. Comes off the table, ready to use. There's your gauge cluster.
No discoloration, it's not distorted. I mean, it's amazing.
None. There's no heat, so it doesn't create a burnt edge. It doesn't damage the substrate, the actual material. You know, you can't damage that, so there's no burn. So yes, very cold process, and it also stayed net shape.
And if you can, basically with the MultiCam technology, if you can draw it, you can cut it.
If you can draw it, you can cut it.
Fantastic. So we have aluminum, we have our gasket material, now the foam. I want to see the foam, because to me that's going to be the craziest thing this thing cuts, because the stuff's so sensitive. So we've seen it aluminum, now the foam, and you told me to grab a wrench, Chris, and I'm trying to figure out what we're actually cutting over here. I think we're going to find out in a second, though. Man, that was quick.
That's very quick. Very quick. And so I had you grab that wrench because a lot of times in your toolbox, right, you want to have some kind of a foam insert. Well, here you go. That can go right in there just like that.
Nice. So I'm going to guess, you know, we cut aluminum and then we cut the foam. You don't need to use abrasive when you're cutting foam, right? You use
No,
water.
not at all. It's just water only. So you've seen both.
Yeah, you have full control over in your workstation. You have full control whether you want to use it or not.
Absolutely. Very versatile machine. So when you're cutting something thick or hard, yeah, you're going to use abrasive. When you're cutting something as soft as foam, water only.
Where do we find you guys on the web?
MultiCam.com and KMT Waterjet.com.
Fantastic. Great technology. It's going to help you if you're in the cut industry where you need to cut anything. Foam, aluminum, gasket material, steel, it'll do it all. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage right after this.